What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason and Joe here, reacting to the new single by Blink-182. It is their first one with the original lineup in something like 11 years or something like that, I think is the number. Who knows? I think if you watch this channel a lot, you probably would guess that I am not much of a Blink-182 fan. And you would mostly be right. But I by no means hate Blink-182. And in fact, I quite liked their self-titled album when that came out.
Wow. Whoa. I I was not expecting this. I thought you were just gonna start out with a little scree about how much you absolutely hated them. That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
How much of a fan of Blink-182 are you?
I was, I kind of like them grudgingly during, Enema of the State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Thought they were pretty catchy, a little juvenile for my tastes. But I also like their self-titled a lot in 2003. I think on my old Zanga, I named it my favorite album of the year back in 2004 or whatever. I don't think that still holds true, but I thought it was good. And then I did not listen to anything after that because, 8 years between Blink-182 self-titled and Neighborhoods. And I was no longer a juvenile at that point. I didn't care anymore.
All right. Well, can they pull you back in with the new one? They've got a couple tracks out already. We're just gonna do the big one, I guess, the one that has the most views. This is called One More Time, which is, I believe, also the name of the upcoming record. So this is the title track. Here we go.
Strangers, from strangers into brothers, from brothers into strangers once again. We saw the whole world, but I couldn't see the meaning. I couldn't even recognize my friends. Older, but nothing's any different. Right now feels the same, I wonder why. I wish they told us it shouldn't take a sickness or airplanes falling out the sky. Do I have to die to hear you miss me? Do I have to die to hear you say goodbye? I don't want to act like there's tomorrow. I don't want to wait to do this one more time. One more time.
All right. Well, first of all, I was not expecting an acoustic track. I thought they'd come out guns blazing. This is pretty subdued. Really, really big sounding acoustic guitar. Big, huge, full, real, I don't know, mid-rangey. And seems like there's not enough room for anything else in the mix. It's taking up all the space.
Not loving those vocals. Is there a little auto tune or something on there?
Something fishy going on.
Yeah, it does not
Yeah,
sound
sure.
natural. And neither of them, I mean, even at, their self-titled, the 2003, even though it was more mature, it was still that bratty kind of vocal stuff, especially from DeLonge. And I don't know, these sound more like Machine Gun Kelly or whatever really modern. I don't even know who's doing what anymore, but they sound ultra modern and not at all like the 2000s. And maybe I've missed what they've been doing over the past 15 years, 20 years, but that is not how I imagine them sounding.
Phrasing wise, too, the melody is so similar to I Miss You. Right? The melody's not exactly the same, but the phrasing, almost expect them to sing those lyrics because it's so similar.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Now that you mention it, it does sound a lot like I Miss You.
All right. Well, not thrilled yet. Maybe something will happen. If the second half of the song is the same as the first half, more of the same, I'm not gonna be able to say that I'm a fan of this, but we'll see.
One more time, one more time.
I miss you. Took time, but I admit it. It still hurts even after all these years. And I know that next time ain't always gonna happen. I gotta say I love you while we're here. Do I have to die to hear you miss me? Do I have to die to hear you say goodbye? I don't wanna act like there's tomorrow. I don't wanna wait to do this one more time.
One more time,
One more,
one more time,
one more time,
one more time, one more time,
one more,
one more time,
one more time.
one more time.
I miss you.
Well, I don't know. So I think I'm trying to put my self in the shoes of like a big Blink 182 fan and trying to like think what they would think. And I'm sure they're happy to have the original, or not original lineup, but this lineup, the classic lineup, back. And lyrically, it's talking about some things that I think as a fan I would want to hear them sing about, talking about, is it going to take me dying for you to miss me, and talking about Mark Hoppus and his battle with cancer. So there's some stuff in there that I think as a fan I would be happy to hear, but at the same time, you've got this lead single without Travis Barker basically doing anything at all. There's some just like little brushes, no electric guitar. It's basically I Miss You Part 2, but with way, way worse production. And I think it's cool that they're going into like this kind of emotional space, but then just let it be emotional. Don't slather it with auto-tune and make it sound like a commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, they're obviously trying to call back to I Miss You because they keep saying I miss you in the song. They're going to sue themselves for plagiarism of their own song. Looking at the track listing, like that's the 5th track, which feels like just would be a giant hole in the middle of the album for one thing. Like either lead off with that or put it at the end or something. And I don't know why you'd start that as, lead off with that as the lead single. Like that does not make me want to listen to Blink 182. It doesn't like remind me of like the Fun Days or the Glory Days or anything. It just makes me think they got some bad producers and they're going to auto tune and sort of try and shoehorn this into like today's sound or something instead of like, going back to what made Blink 182 them, or at least the 2003 album that kind of, expanded their sound and made them more interesting and sort of showed a new side that no one ever heard before. This, at least from that single, just sounds like 90,000 other things that came out this year, other than, the callback to their own hit single from 2003.
Well, to be fair, they did drop 2 songs at once. So I don't know that this is considered the lead single or if the other one is, but this one has almost 5 times the views on YouTube that the other one does. So maybe this is like the one they're pushing more, or the one the fans are gravitating to more. I may be curious. Do you want to hear maybe like 30 seconds of the other one, which is hopefully more of a rock song?
Your bed is the last battlefield, a nuclear weapon. Let's search and destroy all the innocent throats we can step on. You bury your face underneath half-hearted confessions. You poison yourself with the thought I will love you to death. Black lines across my face, words that will never run. Wait for the phone to ring, back to the starting line. I don't feel pain, but I feel more than you'd ever know.
Some double bass going there. I don't know. It sounds like everyone talks about how great of drummer Travis Barker is, and he is. He's a great drummer, but like, can you even say that when the drums sound that quantized and like every single hit of the drum has been put into place for him? It's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean it has all like the hits of like classic Blink and like a completely plastic like AI. Like if that was an AI song, be like, hey, make me a Blink 182 song out of like, digital instruments. Like it would sound like that 100%. Like the vocals sound way too digitized and auto-tuned. The drums, like that lead drum hit, drum fill thing was pretty sweet, except it sounded terrible. Like it was cool. Like I liked everything that was going on with that song, but I also hated everything that was going on with that song because like it sounded completely digital. But like I liked what was going on. Like I liked the actual song itself. It's just like wrapped in this horrible coating of like plastic and AI and auto-tune. So
Just play the song. Get in a room, play the song, record it,
yeah.
mix it, and put it out.
Like
Don't-
that, I mean,
don't-
that sounded like something that could have been on like the self-titled, like that style and like that, sort of aggression without being too puerile, like sort of being the adult version of Blink 182, kind of showing off their chops a little bit, but it just, they're going about it completely the wrong way.
Rock bands have got to stop producing their records like this. For the love of God, just play it. Let it be bad. If you're a little out of tune, it's okay. It's better that way. Stop doing this to your records, please. All right. Well, from what we heard today, it doesn't bode well for the new Blink 182 record. But I hope the fans, I hope they actually don't like it. I hope the Blink 182 fans actually push back against this, because let's hear what Blink 182 sounds like, not whatever this is. All right, well, let us know if you're digging these songs. Drop it in the comments. Tell us why. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.